Good evening. The following presentation is to fulfill requirements for global strategic initiatives for Team 2. And for this presentation, we focused on IKEA's global strategies. Just to kick us off with a slight introduction, the article that we did research with was Ingvar Kamprad and IKEA. In there, we learned that founder, strategic architect, and culture guru Ingvar Kamprad originally established IKEA in his hometown of Småland, South Sweden, to meet a demand for low-priced, functional household furnishings. Throughout the presentation, we'll walk you through the strategies that Ingvar established at IKEA, some of the challenges that he went through, the competitive advantages he has, and then also opportunities for expansion globally. So to kick us off with the generic strategy in Sweden, as we went through the article, it was abundantly clear that cost leadership was the strategy that Ingvar used to establish IKEA. He was presented with a market that was flooded by overpriced furniture manufacturers. And so he knew that the demand was high for new, inexpensive, yet still modern furniture in Sweden. So initially, he was kind of pushed out of the market by those overpriced suppliers. And so he had to overcome that and make direct contact with his customers rather than simply selling at the fairs as they usually would. Overcoming this adversity paid off for Ingvar. And by 1961, the article stated that IKEA had experienced 80 times larger furniture turnover than the average furniture store in Sweden. As a big part of the strategy for IKEA were some basic business practices that Ingvar established from the beginning and continues to use today globally. So those three strategies were self-service shopping concept. So rather than having to have a large number of associates on the floor, IKEA is set up in a way that customers can go through, find what they want, and not have to worry about being bothered or such by associates. This also helps to keep their costs down because they don't have to employ as many workers. Knockdown kits, a big part of that is also in a self-service shopping concept. These knockdown kits are placed in a warehouse where customers will go and they'll look at the display and then go to the warehouse and actually pick up their own furniture rather than the traditional store where it would be delivered to you. And additionally, Ingvar established suburban stores with large parking lots and opened a new concept of furniture shopping, which was called cash and carry. And so rather than ordering and maybe getting your furniture in 6 months or so, or several months, you would pick it up that day. With these basic business practices, Ingvar was able to capture 15% of the Swedish market by 1973, and that truly enabled him to then go global in his internationalization strategy.